So I post that in my response to that, I think on CTV. I think I got interviewed on CTV about that one. And one of my old track and field buddies saw it on LinkedIn. Now, this guy was ninth at the Barcelona Olympics in the 1500s. Graham is
Mhm.
now the head of housing strategy for Kelowna, BC. And Graham sees my post. He goes, "Hey, Rhys." He goes, "Now, what do you think of this statement? What do you think of this statement, Fraser? I'm interested to hear your comments on this." So Graham says, "Hey, Rhys, it's ridiculous that your city hasn't taken that money because it's inevitable that the province of Ontario at some point is going to say 4 units as a right, or the federal government is going to say 4 units as a right across Canada. Take the money, because you're going to have to do it anyway." And he said, generally, Ontario is about 2 to 3 years behind British Columbia in housing policy because their problems are more acutely felt in Vancouver. So they tend to be a little bit
Yep.
ahead. And they just went up to 4 units as a rate, I think, back in August 2020. So
Yep.
is he right? Does that sound right to you with that statement?
I think, yeah. Like, generally speaking, Vancouver is a bit of a bellwether for, housing affordability, and it's
Yes.
them and Toronto, downtown Toronto, are the first to always feel everything, and then it
Sure.
sort of circles out from there. And
Yeah.
because Vancouver is a much bigger proportion of BC's population, compared to like Ontario, like,
Yeah, good
that's
point.
where you get provincial action quicker there, because it's hitting a larger portion of the province than in Ontario.
Right.
So yeah, like, odds are at some point someone's gonna force 4 units on, whether it's across the province or across the country. There is a missed opportunity and an opportunity cost for not taking the money when we had the opportunity
Well,
for
that's
that.
what, I tried to talk to certain city councilors about it, and these are smart guys that usually I can have an educated discussion with, an open discussion. And
Mhm.
it's the first time I feel like I ran into minds that were already entrenched and made up. And it was really interesting. It's like, wow, why are you guys so defensive about this? Like, and I was trying to explain that it's going to be
Mhm.
4 units as a right anyway. Take the money. This is what my good friend, who's a housing strategist at one of the biggest cities in
Yep.
British Columbia, is saying. It was interesting to watch it fall on deaf ears that usually aren't deaf ears.
Yeah, I think there's the politics of it separated from the
The
policy is very
rationality.
different, right? And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you go into a neighborhood and you go into Walkerville, or you go into Riverside, and it's very easy to paint the doomsday scenario of the little house next door is going to get knocked down by some evil developer, and they're going to have 4 international students living next door.